Have you ever spent a full 8, 9, or even 10 hours in bed, only to wake up feeling as if you've barely slept at all? Perhaps you lie there for what feels like an eternity, unable to fall asleep, your mind racing through the events of the day and tomorrow's to-do list. Or maybe you find yourself tossing and turning, unable to get comfortable for hours, with the clock mocking you as the minutes tick by. This isn't just a coincidence or a bad night here and there. It's a very real, frustrating, and chronic problem known as reduced sleep efficiency. The shocking truth is that for a significant number of older adults, the time spent in bed no longer equals the time spent sleeping. Today, we're diving deep into the science behind this common phenomenon. What's truly causing your long nights of restless wakefulness? And most importantly, how you can reclaim your bed as a place of genuine, restorative, and uninterrupted rest. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Wellness Hub Seniors. I'm Doctor, and I'm so glad you're joining us today for this crucial discussion. We're tackling a topic that is central to the daily lives of so many older adults: the frustrating gap between the time they spend in bed and the amount of actual sleep they get. This gap is a silent thief of your energy and vitality. Understanding this gap is not only the essential first step to transforming your nights, but also to boosting your daytime energy, mood, and cognitive function. What is sleep efficiency? Let's start by clearly defining this crucial concept, as it's the key to understanding your problem. Sleep efficiency is a simple yet incredibly powerful metric used in sleep science. It's a percentage that measures the amount of time you are actually asleep compared to the total time you spend in bed. The formula is straightforward: total sleep time, total time in bed x 100. A sleep efficiency score of 85% or higher is generally considered to be healthy and a sign of good, consolidated sleep. For example, if you go to bed at 10 p.m. and wake up at 6 a.m., 8 hours in bed, and you are asleep for 7 hours, your sleep efficiency is approximately 87.5%, which is excellent. However, for many older adults, that number starts to decline significantly. If you spend 8 hours in bed but are only asleep for 5.5 hours due to long periods of wakefulness, awakenings, or difficulty falling asleep, your sleep efficiency is a mere 68.75%, which is clinically considered poor. This low score is the key reason you feel so exhausted, unrefreshed, and mentally foggy, even after a full night spent in bed. Why sleep efficiency declines with age. So, what causes this frustrating and impactful gap between time in bed and time spent sleeping? It's not a single factor, but a complex interplay of natural, physiological aging processes, lifestyle choices, and underlying medical conditions. Firstly, there's a natural shift in overall sleep architecture as we age. The fundamental structure of our sleep changes. We spend significantly less time in the deepest, most restorative stages of sleep, the vital slow-wave sleep and REM sleep, and proportionally more time in the lighter, less stable stages N1 and N2. These lighter stages are inherently easier to wake from, making you more susceptible to external disturbances and internal signals, which leads to more fragmented sleep and longer periods of wakefulness during the night. Secondly, altered circadian rhythms play a significant and often overlooked role. As we discussed in a previous video, the body's master internal clock naturally shifts forward with age. This is the early to bed, early to rise phenomenon. This natural shift can lead to premature, early morning awakenings and a fundamental mismatch between when you want to be asleep and when your body is actually physiologically prepared to sleep. This misalignment increases the amount of time you are simply lying in bed, awake, waiting for sleep to arrive or return. Thirdly, hormonal changes are at play. The production of melatonin, the powerful hormone that regulates the timing of sleep, is reduced in both quantity and duration in older adults. At the same time, cortisol, the stress hormone that signals wakefulness, can become dysregulated, with its levels rising earlier in the morning than they did in your younger years. These hormonal changes can make it much harder to fall asleep and, crucially, to stay asleep continuously throughout the night. Finally, and perhaps the most significant contributor, is a combination of specific medical conditions and lifestyle factors. These are the most impactful rocks in the road that make your journey to deep, efficient sleep so difficult and disruptive, the common culprits behind poor sleep efficiency. So, what are these specific and identifiable factors that make you spend more time in bed than actually asleep? Underlying medical conditions. Sleep apnea. This is a major, and often undiagnosed, culprit. Repeated involuntary pauses in breathing throughout the night lead to brief, unremembered awakenings. Your brain is constantly jolted from deep sleep to keep you breathing, severely reducing the amount of time you're actually resting and leading to profound sleep. Fragmentation, restless legs syndrome or LS, an irresistible and often uncomfortable urge to move your legs, typically worse in the evening, makes it incredibly difficult to fall asleep and can cause repeated awakenings throughout the night, completely derailing sleep efficiency. Chronic pain. Conditions like arthritis, chronic back pain, or neuropathy make it nearly impossible to find a comfortable position and stay asleep. The constant discomfort and shifting to find relief lead to frequent interruptions and periods of wakefulness. Nocturia. Waking up frequently to urinate is a top reason for awakenings and a prime contributor to reduced sleep efficiency, as the time spent out of bed adds up. Chronic diseases, conditions like heart disease, diabetes, or gastroesophageal reflux disease GERD can all cause discomfort, pain, or symptoms that directly disrupt sleep. Lifestyle and environmental factors. Napping. Long or late afternoon naps can significantly reduce your sleep drive or sleep pressure, making it much harder to fall asleep and stay asleep at night. Inconsistent sleep schedules. Going to bed and waking up at vastly different times on weekdays versus weekends can profoundly confuse your body's internal clock, leading to a state of chronic jet lag and poor sleep efficiency. Lack of physical activity. Regular, moderate exercise helps promote deeper, more consolidated sleep. A sedentary lifestyle can lead to lighter, more restless, and less efficient sleep. Stimulants and depressants. Excessive caffeine consumption, especially in the afternoon, can prevent you from falling asleep, while alcohol might initially make you feel drowsy. It leads to significant sleep fragmentation and poor quality sleep later in the night. The bed as a battlefield syndrome. Lying in bed for hours while you're awake can create a powerful and detrimental psychological link in your brain between your bed and feelings of frustration, anxiety, stress, and wakefulness. Rather than rest, this is a powerful negative association that makes it even harder to sleep when you are there. Medications. Many common prescription and over-the-counter medications can directly disrupt sleep architecture and efficiency. This includes certain blood pressure medications, e.g., beta blockers, some antidepressants, corticosteroids, decongestants, and even some prescription sleep aids that induce a lighter, less restorative sleep despite making you drowsy. Always have a detailed discussion about your medications with your doctor. The impact of low sleep efficiency when you're only getting 5 or 6 hours of actual sleep from an 8-hour attempt. The consequences are significant, cumulative, and far-reaching. Chronic daytime fatigue, the most obvious and immediate symptom. You never feel truly rested. No matter how long you're in bed, leading to a constant sense of depletion. Cognitive decline. Poor sleep efficiency is a known risk factor for impaired memory, reduced concentration and slower reaction times, directly affecting your mental sharpness and safety. Mood disorders. The persistent frustration of not sleeping can lead to increased anxiety, irritability, and can even contribute to the onset or worsening of depression. Weakened immunity. Your body needs consolidated, efficient sleep to produce and release crucial cytokines and other immune cells that fight infection and inflammation. Poor sleep efficiency compromises this vital function. Increased health risks. Chronic sleep deprivation resulting from low sleep efficiency is associated with an increased risk of heart disease, diabetes by affecting insulin sensitivity, and other chronic health issues. Strategies to boost your sleep efficiency. The good news is you can take proactive, evidence-based steps to dramatically improve your sleep efficiency and reclaim your nights. The key is to retrain your brain and body to create a strong, positive, and exclusive link between your bed and sleep. 1. The 15-minute rule. A game changer. This is perhaps the most powerful behavioral strategy for improving sleep efficiency. If you are in bed for more than 15 to 20 minutes and can't fall asleep, get up. Leave the bedroom and go to a dimly lit room. Do something quiet, non-stimulating and boring, like reading a physical book or listening to calming music. Do not look at screens, watch TV, or do chores. Only return to bed when you feel undeniably sleepy. This simple action breaks the negative association between your bed and wakefulness. 2. Strictly limit your time in bed. This may sound counterintuitive, but it's a core principle of cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia. If you're only getting 6 hours of sleep from an 8-hour night, try reducing your total time in bed to 7 hours. This helps build up a stronger sleep drive or sleep pressure, making you fall asleep faster and have more consolidated, less fragmented sleep. Over time, as your sleep efficiency improves, you can gradually and carefully increase your time in bed by 15 to 30-minute increments. 3. Master foundational sleep hygiene. Consistent schedule. Go to bed and wake up at the same time, every single day, including weekends and holidays. This is the single most effective way to regulate your internal clock. Optimize your environment. Ensure your bedroom is a sanctuary, pitch dark, quiet, and cool. Wind down routine. Create a relaxing bedtime routine for 60 minutes before you plan to sleep. No screens, no work, no stressful conversations. Avoid stimulants. Strictly limit caffeine intake afternoon and avoid alcohol completely in the evening. 4. Address underlying medical issues. Talk to your doctor. Get a professional opinion and screening for conditions like sleep apnea, restless leg syndrome, and other medical issues that might be disrupting your sleep. Review your medications. Ask your doctor or pharmacist if any of your medications are affecting your sleep and if alternatives or timing adjustments are possible. Manage chronic pain. Work with your healthcare team to find a comprehensive pain management plan that helps you sleep more soundly without relying on sleep-disrupting medications. 5. Get light and exercise. Get plenty of bright, natural light exposure in the morning, within the first hour of waking, to powerfully reinforce your circadian rhythm. Engage in regular physical activity. Just be sure to avoid vigorous exercise within a few hours of bedtime, as it can be too stimulating. Reduced sleep efficiency is a common and challenging, yet completely solvable problem for seniors. By understanding the science behind why you're spending more time awake in bed and implementing these powerful, evidence-based strategies, you can take back control of your nights. Better sleep isn't just about feeling less tired. It's about profoundly boosting your memory, improving your mood, strengthening your immune system, and ultimately enhancing your entire quality of life and longevity. Take these steps seriously. Make them a priority and truly invest in your sleep health. The returns are immeasurable. If you found this video helpful and gained valuable insights into your sleep, please give it a thumbs up. It genuinely helps us reach more seniors who can benefit from this vital information and empowers them to take control of their health. Don't keep this knowledge to yourself. Please share this video with your friends, family members, or anyone who might be struggling with similar sleep issues. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to Wellness Hub Seniors for more insightful, practical, and empowering videos. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next important topic. We absolutely love hearing from you. So please feel free to leave a comment below with your thoughts, your own successful sleep tips, or any questions you might have about sleep efficiency. Until next time, stay well, sleep efficiently, and live vibrantly.